What's going on, everyone? Talon back here, and today we have a brand new LR coming into the game. Aside from Prime Battles, we haven't had an LR since LR Goku and Frieza. And we're going with the doubles again here. This time we're getting LR Trunks, and surprisingly not going Super Saiyan at all, from the most part, and Future MAI. So yeah, LR Trunks and MAI is a super strength card. Funny enough, we have yet to finish out though the 100% and then the 70% ones, you know, like the LR Bojack, the LR Goten and Trunks, those cards. We haven't finished those guys out yet. And yeah, we're getting this. I guess we're just skipping the rest of those guys and going straight into the categories now because this card is actually not bad. It's not too bad. Of course, we don't actually have a data download yet, so we don't know exactly how good the final like rainbowed out stats are. You know, we don't know. There's a couple extra things we don't know, but for the most part, we know everything right here though because we got the kanji. Time to translate it. Let's go. All right. So first, starting off with the leader skill. They are the same leader skill as the Goku Black. So yeah, travelers through time or time travelers, or you know, technically there are some in there that are like, you know, sealed and then they're brought up later on in time. Obviously Tapion and all that stuff. So I just call them time travelers. I know technically not everyone's traveling through time, but that's what I just personally call them. So anyway, time travelers, key plus 4, HP attack and defense up 130%. So actually not as good as Goku's Blacks, okay? And then also he gives, I'm gonna keep calling it he because Trunks is on there, but it's technically them, so. And then they give super strength types, key plus 4, HP attack and defense up 100%. So that's pretty nice right there if you don't have somebody, or you can't fill out the entire team and you bring like a super strength card, boom, there you go. So passive skill is interesting, and it kind of works the way if you're going with the category at least, okay? So passive skill, own attack up 70%, okay? So they only get the attack up at first. Then for every member on your team that is in the time travelers category, okay? So obviously you have a total of 7 essentially. You'll get an extra attack and defense up 10% for a total of 70%. So obviously if you run the entire team with that particular category, right then and there, your attack is going to be 140% and 70% defense, okay? LRs naturally, you know, they already have really high defense, so 70% defense is totally fine in my personal opinion. So that is what it is. And if those characters also that happen to be in the future category, so remember the future Gohan is that category leader skill, and you have the prime LR Trunks. He is also that kind of baby leader skill, although it's only 70%. If they happen to be in that category as well, for every member of that team on your team, you get an additional key plus 1 for a total of 6. Yeah. The way it's worded, at least the way I'm looking at it right now, is that at first when I looked at this, I said, wait a minute, just simply having one person on there gets you plus, you know, 6 key from the future category. But the more I look at it, I'm wondering if it simply means as long as you have, oh wait, hang on. Let me check something out real quick. I need to look up from the camera for a second. All right, sorry guys. I made a little bit of a mistake right there because I noticed that one kanji after category no. Okay, so the real second part of the passage is that if the enemy you are facing is in the future category, then you get plus 6 key and you have a high chance to dodge that particular enemy. Wow, that's actually really restrictive. Damn. I would have made a lot more sense if it was actually what I originally thought it was, and it was simply if the guys on your team are also within the future category, then you get plus 1 key for each one. That would have been better in my personal opinion. That is very limiting right there. You have to make sure that you are facing off against a future category enemy essentially to get that plus 6 key. Granted, it only needs to be one enemy, but nonetheless, in order to get that plus 6 key and I guess the high dodge or something, then you can do that, I guess. So, okay, that's something, obviously. 12 key super attack is going to be just simply, not immense damage, colossal damage with a medium chance to stun. Okay, so, I mean, Mai's there. Mai's always been known to stun for most of her cards. And then if you do an 18 key super attack, you have a high chance to stun. So, I guess good for Super Battle Road, but for most Dokkan events these days, and also Battlefield, actually, stunning doesn't do much for you, unfortunately, so that is what it is. In terms of links, so those don't look like anything out of the ordinary. They do get prepared for battle, which is funny enough, because I guess Trunks is there, so they get prepared for battle, which, I mean, you know, I know it's in the future, so Mai is technically ready for battle. So I guess technically, that is the first unit that gets prepared for battle that is technically not only a Saiyan. I think the only other person, maybe, I think, didn't PyCon get it in the Otherworld PyCon in the global version, but not in the JP version? I don't remember. Exactly, but nonetheless. Categories are going to be Time Travelers, obviously, Combination, and then Future category. So actually, you can run them under the LR, Yamcha, and Purin if you want. So other than that, though, not much else to the card in details and everything like that. We just translate everything. So I'm sorry about that little mess up with that one little kanji. I mean, this picture is not exactly the greatest. I'm trying to zoom in on it, so I didn't catch the techie and kanji, and I was just like, oh, that's what that is. Okay, that makes a lot more sense, and at the same time, kind of very limiting. So we also have their super attack, though. Let's go through this real quick, okay? So let's just back it up here. Okay, so this is their 12 key right here, okay? Okay, and this is going to be their 18 key super attack. Oh god. It's the giant bullets! Dynamite. That's funny. That's actually really funny. They got the giant bullet, the dynamite, the whole 9 yards. That's something right there, I guess. So yeah. I don't know. I mean, the fact that they have shown the LR now probably means we're going to get an LR banner. That's generally what it's meant in the past. You know, for the most part, it's what it's always been. But we also have the movie coming out literally tomorrow. I mean, it is 6:30 p.m. right now, the time it's recording. And the movie comes out, like I said, tomorrow here. I'm going to see it right after work. What the heck is going on? Because, okay, so let me paint the picture, essentially, for what has happened in the past, okay? Because we're entering uncharted territory here, essentially. In the past, for at least, maybe not for the first Christmas, but for the rest of the Christmases, essentially, it has always been, there's been a double rates banner or some kind of banner that when you do a multi, it gives you 2 or 1 of those Santa Elder Roshis. If you guys probably remember that, if you have a few of them still laying around in your box. So that's always happened, right? Like last year we got the SSJ 3 LR Goku and everything. But the fact that they showed the LR ban or the LR card now means that, okay, generally we would get an LR banner. You know, they'd be featured, but you know, like 20 other featured units along with it. And then, but usually those banners don't have anything like, you know, get Kais with it, get an Elder Kai, get a Grand Kai, or anything like that. That never happens. So what does this mean? Does this mean that we are getting a double rates banner like we would expect for Christmas, and the LR will be stuck around in there somewhere, and we're going to get the Santa Roshis? Or does this mean we're getting a actual featured LR banner? And then, but what's that mean about the movie, though? Because the celebration, if you guys haven't seen the data leaks from the French data miners, the celebration starts tomorrow. I don't know if it starts at midnight, 4 a.m., because that's when, you know, login bonuses start and everything like that, or if it's going to be at 5 p.m. tomorrow. I'm not sure about, we don't know what time. They simply just know it's going to be happening there. And Global, you're actually happening later. We originally thought that potentially it'd be a dual thing where you'd be doing it at the same time, but it looks like Global's a little bit later. So, are we going back to the original assumption that, oh, okay, the LR, or not the LR, the Gogeta Blue and the BROLY stuff will come at New Year's, because that's supposed to be a big celebration right there, and this is supposed to be here, and then simply for the start of the celebration for the movie and everything was to be like login bonuses, maybe the free-to-play BROLY, that into one becomes a card or something like that, not just simply a boss to collect orbs. We don't know anything, so by the time most of you are watching this, we might know some extra details, but as of now, I don't know what this means. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, guys. I want to know, do you think this is going to be a double rates banner with a Santa Roshi like we've always had with Christmas? Do you think this is going to be a designated LR banner? Do you think this is going to be maybe shoved in there with whatever the movie stuff is? Is the movie stuff really not going to be a dual Dokkan Fest? I mean, most of us are thinking like, oh, come on, it has to be a dual Dokkan Fest. These 2 units, the hype that they're going to create, why wouldn't it be, right? But I don't know. Something's going on here. Again, Goku Black goes away on Tuesday, the 18th, next week. And I cannot imagine Bandai not having some type of, you know, celebration stuff besides just simply login for the movie release. That would be really stupid of them, because that's going to just, all the hype is just going to go away. And then it's like, by the time New Year's comes around, you're like, oh, right, that movie. I mean, great. Hey, it was a great movie, or I didn't like it, whatever your thoughts on the movie were. And then it's like, oh, now you're going to put the units out. I mean, let's face it though, no matter what happens, it's so, you know, they're obviously gonna make a lot of money off of those units, but still, it's just like, what is going on in their mind? Like, are they like under you know, NDA to say like, okay, we can't release this to this and this and this and all this stuff? What's going on? I don't know. So anyway, guys, that's just gonna be it for the video right there. there's the entire passive leader skill. In terms of other links, though, they were kind of just to be honest. But again, he did get prepared for battle, so that is something. And he does get Fierce Battle. I actually didn't mention that. He gets Fierce Battle, so he's probably going to use some combination of like Goku Black medals, maybe the Future Trunks Prime LR medals, maybe like 30 of them or something like that, and something else. I don't really know, but nonetheless, I'm assuming next week probably, or potentially comes out tomorrow. It could come out tomorrow with some kind of double rates banner or an LR banner or whatever the case may be. So let me know all your thoughts down below in the comments, guys. Leave a like if you liked the video. Subscribe if you happen to be new. Keep your eye out. We're getting into some strange territory here, and a lot of hype is about to start happening. So until next time, everyone, I will see you all in the next one.